That is the 46.5k mark, T3. There's literally no track here. That is hard to see. It's not just glasses.
So the night before the Ultramarathon, I had actually a pretty good sleep. I had like a 4-hour sleep block, which is pretty good for the night before an Ultramarathon. I woke up feeling not bad. I was feeling a little bit hit and miss the week leading up to it. That's just how it is with taper week. You're always kind of itching to go and feeling like you're bloody coming down with a cough or the flu every other day. My expectations leading into the race was I just knew it was going to be a massive day. I just wanted to finish. That was my only goal. Never crossed my mind that I wasn't going to finish. First leg of the Ultra started off at 6 at Collie Visitor Centre. It was about 8 k's of just flat bitumen, a little bit of an uphill.
3, 2, 1.
Started off quick, like I think we were running 5 flat minutes per kilometre, which is super quick. I was a bit looking at my watch every couple of seconds, like, oh shit, this is fast pace. There was a fair bit of uphill towards the first end of the aid station. Feeling pretty good. Consumed 2 gels. I had 1 caffeine one, and then 2 just normal ones. And in both my pouches, I had 500 mils of electrolytes, so that kind of kept me going. It's just so important about getting as much nutrition down as your stomach can handle. Super undulating leg 2. It was constant up and downs. After about the 3rd hill, I was like, oh, I just need to hike up this. And that was really a smart decision. Always hike the uphills if you can. It's just not worth it. You're not making any time if you're running up the hills. The energy expenditure is just ridiculous for what you get. But then also the downhills were really tough. They were pretty steep and you're trying to make up that time going down, and it really takes it out of your knees and your quads. So. As I came into the second aid station, Tavian said I was coming 7th or something, which was like, what's happening? As if it's going this well, this early. I just had 1 goal to finish, and then I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm 7th, that's pretty cool. Had a look at my stuff, saw that there was 3 checked bags that were in the completely wrong spot. I was yelling at Tavian while he was trying to help me as well to say, mate, hey, can you fix this? Did you hear what I said?
Dave, did you hear that?
Yeah.
You figured that out?
Yeah.
And then luckily it all got sorted out. But yeah, it was a pretty quick transition as well with that one. I think I was only in there for maybe a minute and a half. Leg 3 was challenging to say the least. It was 20 kilometres of lots of single track. There's a little bit of soft sand and a little bit of ups and downs. I was trying to consume about a gel every 30 minutes to every 45 minutes. But at this point, I think we would be about 3 to 4 hours in at this point, and my body was just not feeling the gels anymore. It's bloody tough to force feed yourself gels, and so I was mainly sticking to consuming all my electrolyte drink. Coming into T3, like I said, it was pretty challenging, 20k. Ran through all my electrolytes, so I was pretty thirsty at the end. I filled up both my packs with electrolytes, grabbed 2 gels, and grabbed a little bit of a muffin and a Vegemite scroll, and I was just picking at that. Literally just procrastinating at that point. But Taven gave me a little bit of a nudge to get on with it. Hobble my way into T4, asked Tave to bring new shoes, kind of get everything filled up. I just guzzled probably about 200 to 300 millilitres of Coke at that point. I was really, really thirsty and needed the quick acting carbs and calories there, so that was nice. Unfortunately, the volunteers pulled out a chair and I just melted straight into it. Took off my shoes. I was running the Hoka Tecton X2s at the start, which I had never worn before. So preparation was not ideal. And then I transitioned from them, changed socks and changed shoes into the Hoka Speedgoat 5s again, which I had never worn. I just got the delivery a few days before and I was already in taper or whatever you say. So yeah, just try them out on the fly, we'll see what happens. Had a little bit of food and then this girl comes past who I was kind of running with on some of the earlier legs. She just goes boom straight through the aid station, and I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? I'm literally about to fall asleep and melt into this chair. So that kind of revved me up to get going, and grabbed a few more gels even though I couldn't really stomach them at the time, and grabbed a whole muffin or put it in my vest and then shot off to try catch up with her because I really wanted to keep eyesight or know that someone was a little bit ahead of me, just to give me that short-term mental drive to keep going. If I know that someone's just up there, it's a lot easier than thinking, yeah, there's another 40 Ks to the finish line. Already been pretty dead, and then realising that you're still only halfway through, it's a bit tough to comprehend, but came into the diversion point pretty good. I think that leg was about 20 something Ks. I had gone through all my nutrition, didn't have anything left in my water bottles, no electrolytes, and that's where it really started to hurt. If I'm being honest, that 50 to 60 K mark was just a battle, honestly. Any kind of ascent I was hiking instead of running, even if it was a 2 or 3 or 4% gradient. A little bit of walking, and then when I was about 3 Ks in, got a massive stitch, and yeah, it was just a battle to get to that end checkpoint at that stage.
If you're not able to keep a good pace, just walk it out until you start running again.
Yeah, okay.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, there's plenty of time now, 8 hours.
Plenty of time.
Music bed.
At about 81 or 82 kilometers in, that's where it really, really started to hurt. I could barely take one step in front of the other. No longer a run. I think I was tracking at about 12, 13 minutes per kilometre at that point. Literally just counting the steps in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, constantly. Just trying to get by, just trying to anything to take my mind off the pain and kind of the suffering at that point. I was coming around every corner. The stick in the distance looked like a person. Coming around another bend, the trees in the distance looked like the aid station. Just mentally shot. A few tears started at that point. I know 82 Ks, I marked that down on my watch. That was about as bad mentally as I've ever been in any exercise, just in so much pain. Even though I was kind of running with tears and battling through, I somehow managed to find something else and put in a good turn of the out and back, and as I started to head back, I was running sub 6 mins per kilometre. I think I did a 5:08, which was really good at around about the 90 K mark. Back to the aid station, and the old boy came for the last leg, so that was really cool. Saw him, dabbed him up or gave him knuckles, and then yeah, just got stuff. Could barely talk at that point. Trying not to cry the whole time and just trying to get any source of electrolytes, or I think I had a little bit of a ginger ale, a little bit of Coke. I was telling Tave and Dad what to put in my in my water bottles and then forgetting exactly what I said and telling them to do something completely different. So that was a bit of a challenge for them to overcome. So as I commenced the last leg, I think it was only 8 Ks. I've run this before. I'm just going to get it over with as quick as possible. I know how much it hurts, but at this point my mind's on another level compared to my body, and I'm just running as fast as I can, running to get this thing over with as quick as possible. Looked at my watch, I think 98 was a 5 minute per kilometre pace, and then 99 was a 4:40. And at that point you're kind of pretty much there. So rounded the bend into Collie, and turns out that that was the fastest leg of the whole event, which from a person who doesn't run and didn't train for this event anywhere near as well as I should have, it was really cool. And yeah, it's good to know that I have that in the tank if need be, and everyone does, you just got to tap into it. Overall, I'm really happy with the results. My only goal was to finish the race. If that took me 20 hours, then so be it. But I finished it in 11 hours and 20 minutes, which was good enough for 5th. To be honest, I'm really happy with that. And yeah, I don't know where we go from here.